And
0 and
ho, ho, ho.
And a big old head full of whatever. I'm Larry Bly.
I'm Doug Patterson.
We're not making any sense already.
I know.
Well,
I'm in that holiday mood, boy.
Well, by the time they see this 3 years from now, the
holidays will be long gone.
But that's all right. There's always another holiday coming along. Doesn't matter what year you show these things, there's always a Christmas.
And my head's cold.
My old granddaddy used to say on Christmas night, he'd look at us and say, well, Christmas is as far away as it can possibly get. I thought that was a strange thing.
Nipping into that little cider in the back. Oh, bless you.
Never nipped. My granddaddy never nipped. He never did. Never did. But anyway, hi there. Welcome. I don't know exactly what we're doing today, but we'll find out.
Let's take a guess.
I kind of do, and it's going to be a mess, I can tell you that. I'm going to attempt to do something that is just bizarre. Anyway, let's see here. It says here, dear boys, yes, all you movie stars are pretty much alike. No brains, just lots of good looks. Ha ha. I'm joking about the looks, I mean. Well, I just remember one thing. You know what the last part of stardom is? Dumb. You guys and Doris could make me feel a lot better if you lightened up on the heavy meat and potato stuff and went right for the desserts.
Yeah.
How about it? Got any cookie or sweet recipes you might be able to share? Sweetie Ellifritz, Sourwood, Virginia. Writes that. So yeah, as a matter of fact, and mine is one of those Robert Lamb recipes.
We love him.
Robert Lamb from Harrisonburg, Virginia. I don't know. We'll have to put him on a payroll, I guess.
Or his own cookbook.
We use so many of his recipes. Amazing.
What does this tell you?
This is called waffle cookies, and this is going to be a scream.
I can't wait.
It has to be done on a waffle iron, one cookie at a time. Now, if Doris had to make this recipe
for
Christmas, she's going to show you what she normally does.
Amazing.
A huge box of gorgeous cookies. Yeah, I mean, she'd have to like start in August.
Yeah.
One cookie at a time. You know, the way we're going to. What's yours?
I'm doing oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Ooh,
la la.
Baby, and it was sent in by a fan from the internet.
And Doris will be here with peanut butter bars, which is the only bar she's ever had anything to do with.
I know.
And
get her
she'll be here, and also she's going to show her famous box of cookies for Christmas.
I think it's a crate of
She does it every single year. Well, it is. My car, you know, it's sort of like this when you put it in.
Really?
First, I got to do something.
It helps me in the snow.
I got to do something real quick because this has to be done in stages, and there's a stage leaving at 4.
And be under it.
Be under it. First thing I have to do is melt 2 ounces of chocolate. Wow. These little bricks, which I had left over from a previous Cookin' Cheap recipe a year ago, and have been in the freezer, each one is an ounce. That's 2 ounces, and 1/3 cup of butter or margarine goes in there, and you start melting that. The reason I have to melt it early is it has to cool slightly before I use everything else. Put everything else in it. And in the meantime, I have a waffle iron that has to be, you got to start heating it up. You're not, not paying any attention. A waffle iron that has to be heated up, but unfortunately it smelled like it was burning, so we've cut it off.
This is not boding well for this show, is it?
I don't know whether I'm going to get this one done or not, but we're going to give it the old college try. So anyway, we've got to start melting that, and from here on, we depend on you to fill some time.
Oh.
Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Oh, baby. First of all, you take a cup of butter. That would be 2 sticks. And you cream that. Oh, well, maybe I won't. Oh, yes, I will. Ooh, cream, 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 cream. And then you're going to add some more stuff to this.
It's good to leave that stuff lay out for a while before you're going to...
Well, I thought maybe the lights of the studio would help that.
No. You know what I do? Besides splash butter all over my outfit, I leave it in the car all day. It's perfectly right.
Well, that's lovely. Oh, I got to do something now.
Haven't killed anyone yet. We've had several people get deathly ill, but,
Remember these?
Yeah, we got to talk about these.
This lovely lady
a couple of weeks ago, this lovely lady sent these in, and we couldn't figure out what they were. We thought they were eye things.
We figured it out.
Several other things, and so we figured it out. They're microwave pot holders, but I don't think they're supposed to be together. I think you take them apart, and then you can lift up, and we want to thank you.
And hence.
You did such a wonderful job. We didn't mean to throw the box in the back and act stupid. Okay. Here we go.
Grab. And then our little hands stay nice and cool. Isn't that nice?
And you know what, Doug? They also make great nose warmers.
Thank you, Larry, for that wonderful
ear muffs.
And we could use them today. I tell you.
Well, we wanted to thank her. I think we gave her short shrift. But you know what I always
remember
say?
him, don't you? Short shrift.
I always
Okay.
say a little short shrift
Take
is better
a-
than no shrift at all. I think I got to.
forgot how much.
I got to go a little slower.
You've got
on
me.
this stuff.
Okay, 1 teaspoon, of hot water, and you put in a tablespoon of vanilla.
Jeez.
Look.
I'm sweating,
And then you put in 2 eggs.
sweating this thing. I'm telling you.
Look.
It's taking way too long to do this.
Oh, it's a twister.
Dad, burn it.
And he did.
I was hoping I was off camera because it wasn't going to be Dad burn it. But anyway, I'm not going to do that
Now.
again. That's not worth it. I have
3
grease all over me.
3/4 of a cup of white sugar and brown sugar. Firmly. Hi, Larry.
How you doing,
How
Doug?
are you? Happy holidays. And you throw that in. Now you're going to cream all this mess together. And here we go.
Honest, we haven't. Whoa. We haven't been in the cooking sherry. We have none on the set. It's just that we're feeling goofy today. And Goofy's not too darn happy about
he's
it.
pretty chick-tough.
You're throwing that stuff on. Oh, it's great. I'm getting the butter from in here and the stuff from the right over here. And
Here's what we need to
What?
invest in, or maybe
a shield?
that and a big bowl.
Well, that would be.
Don't you think?
See, I have lots of them at home, but I
I
get
do
tired of
too.
dragging my stuff in here because
You're supposed to do this in an electric mixer.
Yeah.
In an electric mixer. You know.
This is
But
taking.
since I am just a
Just
poor,
taking.
struggling artist, and Larry is a big old ad executive who makes lots
You know, I
and
could be
lots
going
of
on ahead
money.
making my frosting. That's what I'm going to do.
You're not listening to me.
No, I'm not listening to a word you say.
Okay, well, I'll talk to the people who listen to me. And he has all that KitchenAid stuff. Doris has too, but did I get one? No, I did not.
I need another measuring device. I need a
So
cup.
here we
Oh, I
go.
need
We're
a
just
cup.
creaming this stuff away, and it's actually looking pretty darn
I'm going to do the frosting.
tasty already.
I'm going to go ahead and make the frosting.
Oh,
so I
why
can be,
don't you?
Well, so I could be doing something while this is melting. This is a dreadfully slow melt, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the frosting, which is the second thing you do. 1 cup of what? These things. Semi-sweet doodahs. Oh, that's way too much.
I just sent everything.
That's way too much. I have to pour some of these back in.
Ew.
Pennies from heaven every time it rains. She's picking up every one of them and she's taking them home. 1
More cookies.
cup of semi-sweet chocolate things. What are they called? Semi-sweet chips. And 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup goes in there. Caro. 2 tablespoons.
I've been there, you know.
I don't even have a tablespoon here.
Just kidding.
I'm not finding things. And that's going on top of the stove. We're going to start melting that.
Okay. I had a little accident over.
Well, we moved it because viewers are constantly complaining
Why?
that they can't see anything that we do because we have too much stuff out here. And so we have adjusted it, and now the staff is, now Doris is complaining that we've moved it, but that's okay. We'll put it back, Doris.
Just can't make anybody happy, can we?
Yeah. I've almost knocked it off several times.
I did.
Add a tablespoon of cooking oil. Oh, I love Karo syrup. Tablespoon, which I threw away. Tablespoon. This is not working. Of cooking oil goes in there. And melt that slowly. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit. I think I have it too hot. Okay, back to you, Doug.
Okay, you've added to that butter mixture a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda.
Oh, you know what I got to do now? I'm taking this
Annoy me?
butter and chocolate. I'm using white chocolate. Dad's had it left over. I'm taking this mixture and I'm going to throw it in the freezer. I'm going to throw it in the freezer because it needs to be cooled very quickly.
Oh.
So
I'm
that's
so
what we're
impressed
going to
with
do.
you,
Is that going to
Larry.
like
Think
take
of
the
all
stuff
those
off of that?
wonderful
Has that got
things.
rubberized stuff on it or what? No, that's okay. I'm having a real problem. What it is.
Obviously.
I have to stir this before it. You don't want to burn this chocolate. I got this chocolate going, which is going to be our frosting. Take a look at that. It is so pretty.
Ooh, yum
A
bunnies.
little bit of oil in there and a little bit of light syrup. And
dreaming of
just take it to the melting stage. It's getting very smooth, very lovely. See, this is going to be a frosting for on top of these things. I'm now going to go on ahead and plug in the old, I'm one of the few people in the world that not only owns one of these, I own 2 or 3 irons.
I mean, people, he has 3. I don't
love
have
'em.
1.
Well, people give them to me because nobody wants them anymore. Nobody wants to mess with waffles anymore.
And I know you go to like that little waffle store every
See,
day.
there you go. I think that's perfect, and I would not leave that on the stove any longer. That is absolutely wonderful, just like it is. So we're going to put that right there, and we'll come back to that in a few minutes. Meanwhile, I'm heating up my waffle iron. I'm cooling down the other stuff. This has to cool also. So right now I'm going to take 2 eggs and crack them and beat them to a fairly well. Back to you, Doug.
Okay.
Take
now,
your time, Doug.
to your mixture, you're going to slowly add, because you'll make a big mess like I'm doing right now, of 1.5 cups of flour. And you do a little at a time. And you just mix that in. So I have to use a spoon because, like I said, I don't own big old fancy machines.
I'll give you one.
I don't want one now.
Why, nobody wants them. See, I knew it. You didn't want it. I'll give you one. I got 2 or 3 of them.
Do you? Mixer, I don't know.
Oh,
waffle
I got
iron.
2 or 3 of those too. I got one that doesn't work so well. I'll give you that one.
That figures.
You've seen that one on the set here several times. A major brand name that didn't work the second time I turned it on.
At all?
At all. Well, no, it doesn't turn off.
Oh,
A very
Ooh.
dangerous product.
that could be a little problem now, couldn't
Yes,
it?
a very dangerous product indeed.
And you just mix.
Waffle iron's getting hot. I have some butter. Some of this stuff so that we can just spray it. And
Spray
nothing.
it.
And make sure you don't accidentally get the garlic butter version of this because your cookies will not be a lot of fun to eat. How long you reckon this has to cool? Look at that. It's cooled. That's neat. It's cooled slightly. Okay. Go ahead, Doug.
I'm still mixing flour in
Oh,
here.
just keep
over
mixing.
here,
I'm
and
trying to
it's
figure
just
it out.
A big mess. And
Okay, well that's fine. I've cooled it slightly, and now I have to add. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you gonna do something, or you just gonna talk about doing something? Now we're gonna add sugar into this. That is 1/3 cup. Well, that's not what it is. It's 3/4 cup of sugar. 2 eggs beaten goes into this mixture. 2 eggs beaten, like so. Well, you got to keep the consistency. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be, if it's like supposed to be waffle dough or what, but we'll find out here in a minute. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract goes in. A cup of all-purpose flour. I have done something we don't normally do because I knew I was going to be going nutty today with this recipe. I pre-measured, so that's...
You're so smart.
I had to. I just had to do something. What am I supposed to do? Is it supposed to be done over heat? We're just stirring at this point, so we can turn the heat off. Okay, we're going to do that. And there's something else in there, too. Well, all right, we got everything? Butter, margarine, sugar, 2 eggs beaten, teaspoon vanilla extract, cup of all-purpose flour, and chopped pecans are optional. I'm going to go ahead and put those in,
Yummy.
too. I think that would be great.
I do too.
So we got some little pecan pieces.
Smart.
You look worried, Doris. Did I leave something major out? She's looking for the spoon, she says.
Here's a spoon. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to conk you in the head. Yes, I did, but not on TV.
There's nothing to say about it. Okay. Mix it all up real good. And you see, it makes a very stiff type of a batter, and I thought that's what it might be. Now, here comes the fun part.
Uh-oh. Stand back, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to blow.
Woo! We're going to give this a try. What it says, what you do is drop it by...
You know, you're covering up.
Is it the teaspoonful or the tablespoonful? Teaspoonful. Where's the teaspoon? Here it is. Okay, thank you. That's what you were looking for. Right in the center. Right there. And let it go for what, about 1.5 minutes?
75 seconds.
75 seconds. You timing me?
75.
I
75 seconds. We're
swear.
very precise about this.
How does
And
Mr.
there we
Lamb
are.
come up with these? I want to know.
That's where we are on it. And so just let me know when the old 75 seconds are up.
Should I go ahead?
Please.
Because we're losing them.
I'm going to go back and play with the little pads a little bit here.
Now
It's
you're going
just
to add
such
2
great
cups
fun.
of oatmeal.
Okay.
A cup at a time. I already added a cup, so this is the second cup. And you mix, 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 mix very well. And then you're going to add Larry's favorite part of this.
An awful lot of smoke
Cookie.
coming out of this thing.
Uh-oh.
It's smoking for a fairly well.
And
I'm
there
gonna
we
peek in. I
go.
just want to.
It's burned.
It's pretty.
Oh, good.
45, is that it? It's going to be burned
now,
by the time you get there.
Take a large, I might add, large bag of chocolate chips.
Damn.
And you pour those in and you stir them in.
Oh,
And then,
maybe I have it too hot, Doris. You're saying that we're only at 65 seconds, and I want you to see this. Maybe it's just one of those first ones. Oh, shut up.
isn't it like waffles? Don't you have to burn the first waffle? Oh, it's a twister, ladies and
Remember,
gentlemen.
you do have to burn the first waffle. You have to burn them to make. Let me turn this down a little bit. Maybe it's up too high.
I was still watching the time.
Oh, I'm not going to watch the time, Doris. I'm just going to watch the batter. We're never going to get you on the air if we keep this up. All right, we'll put another one in there. Maybe we have the thing too hot. Maybe that's the problem. In theory, it sounds great. I'm going to get one of these out before the show's over, I promise you. Okay, how you doing,
I'm
Doug?
doing fine. I've added my large bag of chips, and we're going to mix those in, and then we're going to drop them by tablespoons on an ungreased cookie sheet. But I have to tell you, Larry, I found a new favorite thing in the world.
What?
Have you ever used parchment paper to make?
Yeah, right.
Brilliant. I don't know where I have been all my life.
Is that so, really?
I used it for the first time today.
I am so proud of you.
I am so moved by it.
Are
But,
you're going to be dropping this soon?
well,
Something?
as soon as I mix in the chips, you don't want,
Oh, okay.
just
let me-
oatmeal cookie, because
Well-
it would have been called an oatmeal
Well,
cookie.
so
But this is called oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
It's very true.
Am I wasting enough time for you? Huh, lovely.
Okay, now look at this.
That's lovely.
Now that looks like a little waffle, doesn't it? But this seems to be very, very soft, and so when I go to take it out, it just comes apart.
Still got 15 more seconds.
Well, 15 more seconds.
Well, I mean, really.
So you're saying it needs to get crunchier, and that's why I can't get it out.
I think she means it needs to be cooked.
Is it 75 now? So it should be. We don't know. This is a great experiment.
Mr. Lamb will never send
Mr.
in
Lamb,
another
I'm sorry.
recipe as
I
long
really
as you
don't mean to
live.
mess up your recipe. It's like a little waffle, but it's breaking apart. It won't come out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Drop these in by the tablespoon.
All right.
I have to get your fingers in on this, I'm afraid. You know what I forgot to do? Preheat the oven. Oh,
Where's
well.
Doris's mic?
It's over here.
Oh, it's over here.
Okay. Ooh. Uh-oh.
What did we drop?
And you just throw these in. Like the, use your fingers. What the heck? It's only cookies.
You know what the problem might be?
What?
Larry's doing it.
It's got the divider there. Maybe we could put it just on one side like that, maybe?
We're going to try another bold experiment, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Instead of putting it in the middle,
Cooking by committee.
we're thinking we don't want it divided up by that sector there. We're going to put it into a section all to itself.
Let's see if
And
that
we'll try that one. Let's get Doris in here.
And save the
Otherwise,
show.
we're just never going to get finished with this program. Well, I
we're
have
fi-
enough here that I could get started on it.
We're finished.
How you
all
doing,
right.
Doris? I'm sorry, we got hot stuff everywhere. Let me just pull this over a little
So
bit.
these don't melt. They don't cook it. This is peanut butter bars. It takes 2 sticks of butter, 2 1/3 cups confectionery sugar, 1/4 cup of peanut butter, 12 ounces of chocolate chips, and 1 1/3 cup graham cracker crumbs. And you mix the butter, the confectionery sugar, the peanut butter, and the graham cracker crumbs all together. And then you put it in a pan and melt your chocolate and put the chocolate on top and let it set overnight. It says do not put in the refrigerator, just leave it out. And it's really sweet. It's sort
It
of like
looks
a
like bark.
Really, I had an awful time it's getting it out of the pan to start with. But it makes it's almost like a Reese peanut butter cup type thing. 60 seconds.
And this would be a
Okay.
good thing, wouldn't it?
Well, and
Did
then
it take a long time to make?
no. No, it's not hot enough.
What, this is?
Then I was watching Harold's timing, Larry. And
Give me a 5-second
right.
cue and a 60-second cue and a 15-second cue. Oh, yeah, you got to show us. Doris is famous. Now, this is not something she just did for television. This is literally something that she does every year.
Well, people keep asking me. I don't think they believe me when I tell them why I get so many boxes from a certain store. And I just wanted to show you my Christmas cookies.
And
Andre, you showed the
They're
cookies.
absolutely fabulous.
And this is what I do for 2 weeks at a time.
2 weeks. It would take me 3 years.
No, just 2 weeks. And this is what I do.
Hey.
Oh, great. Oh, maybe we need a spatula.
Almost. I need something better than a knife to pull these out here. But as you can see, now what you do is you let those dry a little bit, or dry. Don't let them dry. You let them cool. You don't let them dry. Well, I'm sorry, Doris. We only got to look briefly at your hoo-ha there, but
No, I'm trying to.
well, that didn't sound very good either, did it?
I'm leaving.
I'm just trying to get the stuff out of your way.
I don't. It's a great-
Go faster.
It's a great theory, at least. Now, here's what you do. Once these things have dried, you see they do set up real nicely.
Oh,
And you
fancy schmancy.
Take them through the.
Dredge them, so to speak.
I'm going to try one right here because I'm telling you, they're not going. I don't think they're going anywhere. You're supposed to icing them, so I need a little knife. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just icing the top like so.
And it's
have you
lovely.
ever seen me do a crummier job of a recipe? And but you know what? It's going to be good. Try that.
Okay.
See what it's like. And I got another one coming out of the waffle.
Well, you know what?
What?
These are darn good.
I'll bet they are. They look wonderful. I just have to get the consistency right on them. See, put a little bit of that on top of there. Well, we're going to go with what we got. After you get them out, you let them set for a couple of minutes on a wire rack, and they get hard enough that you can actually.
These are good.
Put some of this.
sorry.
Oh, the recipe. 2 ounces unsweetened chocolate cut up, 1/3 cup of butter or margarine, 3/4 a cup of sugar, 2 eggs beaten, teaspoon vanilla extract, cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 cup of chopped pecans, optional, I put it in there. The frosting, a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup, a tablespoon of cooking oil.
Okay, chocolate chip cookies. I call them oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. 1 cup of butter, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar packed, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon hot water,
Yeah.
1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1½ cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of soda, 2 cups of oatmeal, and 1 large package of chocolate chips. You put that in the oven, 350 degrees for 12 to 15 minutes. And look, ladies and gentlemen,
With 2 minutes to spare, 2 minutes to spare, we actually got a whole one out of there. It takes a little bit to figure out the consistency of
And
these
they-
things.
oh, it's
and then you
lovely.
put, isn't that pretty? And then you put it on a wire rack and let it cool for just a couple of minutes. And then you can spread this wonderful deliciousness all
Yum,
over the
yum,
top
yum.
of it. Isn't that pretty? Let's go over
Here
here.
are my cookies.
Give it a try. I'm going to unplug the waffle iron lest we burn the station to the ground. The cookies are beautiful that you've done. It looks so festive.
and a festive holiday.
Doug, I just simply thought I wouldn't live to get here. Spot in the show today. Look at these.
I think you were very brave.
These are very pretty.
Aren't these nice looking? Who knew?
And here,
Has a little waffle.
with all that goop on top, you just know
Oh.
that's got to be good.
I'm
You
just
know it's
covered
gotta
with
be.
chocolate already. Which is not a bad thing.
Well, you know what? Robert Lamb has come through again.
He's brilliant.
He has been able to get a complete idiot like me through this recipe. It just took a little bit to get the right setting on the waffle iron.
Well, you know, these things. Have you ever done it before?
I love it.
There you go. Takes you a little time. You got to practice.
Mr. Lamb, I love those. They're great. And these,
Pretty good, huh?
crunchy and wonderful.
Tasty
You
too.
did a
just
good
like
job,
candy.
Doug. Let's try some of Doris's.
Little. These things are huge.
What's this stuff called?
Peanut
Chocolate.
butter bar.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
bars.
Butter bar.
Yum. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, wow.
I think we did pretty good today, in spite of all of our tragedy.
Well, I told you this would either be a big mess, and it was all of the above. Anyway, thanks for watching, and come back next week.